What type of salesperson are you looking for? A hunter, a farmer, an account manager, a closer, or a consultative seller? There are 5 distinct roles. There are some crossovers, but putting a salesperson in the wrong role will not deliver the results you want. Imagine putting a 6-foot basketball guard playing against Shaquille O'Neal at center. We've broken down what we've identified as 21 core competencies for sales. Now, for each one of these that we list is what we call a core competency. And then underneath those core competencies, we have at least 8 to 12 attributes for each one. For example, the first one has written goals. Well, are they SMART, which stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. There are several other attributes that make up written goals, as well as the rest of these competencies. So obviously, in order to have a goal plan that we follow, we have to have written goals. You have to have a positive attitude. That means that adversity does not create negativity within us. We take responsibility. In other words, we don't make excuses, and we have strong self-confidence. The cost of a hiring mistake is generally 3 to 5 times the expected annual compensation of a salesperson. At $60,000 compensation, this can cost you $180,000 to over $300,000. Let me tell you some interesting statistics about hiring. 90% of all hiring decisions are made from the interview. How many of you make good hiring decisions from your interview? How many of you have a turnover rate of more than 20%? How many have a turnover rate of less than 20%? Well, for those that have less than 20%, we have some bad news. You should fire your worst salesperson every year, just like you should fire the bottom 10% of your accounts every year. This is a standard practice in many businesses. So what is the right turnover number for sales? About 20%. It's healthy. So if you have 5 salespeople on your team, you need to be bringing on 1 new salesperson a year. That one right salesperson will raise the bar for the rest of the team, and you'll stop supporting mediocrity and complacency in the sales department. I know that sounds like tough love, and it's hard to hear, and many of you have loyalty issues. But the question is that loyalty issue costing you your business growth rate you desire? Another fact, traditional interviewing is only 14% accurate. That means 86% of the time, when you make a decision based upon your traditional interviewing process, you're wrong. Did you know that more than 30 million people have secured a job by lying on their resume? And that's on an annual basis. Let's take a look at a few other facts. Hiring the right salespeople is the first step in developing an effective, dynamic sales force. Would everyone agree with that? Therefore, you must have a comprehensive recruiting process that will allow you to seek out top performers. How many of you have a recruiting process now that's well-defined and transferable? Let's talk a little bit about salespeople. We believe there are 4 types. Those that can sell, these are the Michael Jordans of the world. Those that can't sell, but won't sell. Those that can sell, but won't sell. This is about 80% of the salespeople on the market today. They are imposters. There's a small percentage of people that cannot sell, but actually will sell. How many of you remember the movie Rudy? Rudy from Notre Dame. There was no way he was supposed to be able to play football. Certainly he wasn't supposed to be able to dress up for game day, and certainly he wasn't supposed to score a sack. But he had enough heart, he had enough desire, and he had enough commitment to make it happen. And many of you are throwing Rudy's away because you don't know how or don't want to deal with them. And then there's those that cannot sell and won't sell. What you're looking for is the Michael Jordan, but they don't always look like Jordan. Sometimes they're a lot stronger than you expect them to be, and then you don't hire them because you think they're arrogant, they may have misspelled a word on the application, or because they didn't interview well. You need to define the sales role you really need. You need to scout for the Michael Jordans of the world and do not discard the Rudies.